Hello, I'm Steve Shaw, National Coordinator of Football Officials and Secretary of Rules Editor for the NCAA. And today we're continuing our series of training videos for 2023, and we're going to be focused on game action from Week 5. Now, there continues to be a keen interest in our 3 clock rule changes and the impact to our game. So through 5 weeks in FBS, we're averaging 176 plays per game. That's down about 5 plays from last year. We're averaging 3 hours and 16 minutes. That's down 5 minutes. And maybe more significantly, in our games going over 3.5 hours, last year we had 23.5% of our games going over 3.5 hours. We're down to now 13.7% of our games over 3.5 hours. That's a significant move down. Now, before we get into our plays, I want to talk about one thing that's very important, especially with the tempo our offenses are going now, and that's ensuring that a team knows if they've made a first down or if it's short of the line to gain. Now, they take some risks by going fast, but before we allow them to snap the ball, we have to make sure that, number one, our box is on the right number. Is it first down? Is it third down? And that we don't let them snap it until we get everything set and we're ready to officiate. We've had, over the past 2 weeks, we've had some teams run a quarterback sneak on 1st and 10. So let's make sure that we do a good job of communicating the down on first downs or just short of the line to gain. So with that, let's get on into our plays. We're going to start this week with a 2-play vignette, and we're going to talk about hits at the boundary. Now, our first play, the quarterback drops back, can't find a receiver, and takes off running toward the right sideline. And we get a big hit by number 4 of the defense. Now, as we look at the replay from the end zone, you're going to see that the quarterback, he turns toward the boundary, really gives himself up, and he may just get 1 foot barely down out of bounds, and he's drilled by the defender, number 4. This is a foul, and when a player is moving east and west, giving himself up, and is clearly going out of bounds, the defender must pull up, even if the foot is just barely down out of bounds. This is a good call for a dead ball personal foul. And I appreciate the coach here. He grabs number 4, sending him back out of the game. This is a type play that can lead to bad things. And so good job by the coach, good job by our crew. Now, to contrast that play, our second play, the back, he catches a pass out of the backfield, and he's flying up the boundary. And he gets hit by defender 21 while running hard north and south. Now, we get a flag down for a late hit, but these runners going north and south, the ones that don't give themselves up, we need to give latitude to the defender on a play like this, even if the runner had 1 step out of bounds. Now, this runner may not have stepped out of bounds at all, but unless the runner is clearly out of bounds while going north and south, or if we've blown the play dead, this would be a play that we do not want to foul for a late hit. Play 2, we get a pass toward the right pylon. The pass is going to be incomplete, and we're going to get a flag down by our side judge for defensive pass interference. Now, we see the headline judge and back judge come straight to the side judge to discuss the play, but the side judge stays with the call. And we would really like to see a little more for defensive pass interference here, as the defender has inside position, he's playing the ball, and even when he turns, he's still playing the ball. A lot of hand fighting both ways. No overt act by the defender that materially restricts the receiver. Both are playing the ball. No advantage either way. But I know it's a tough call, but what I want to focus on here is there's no hat down on the play. We're going to see the receiver, he kicks the pylon, which puts him out of bounds. Then his left foot is out of bounds, and he leaps from out of bounds and touches the ball. We know that makes it incomplete. But we need a hat down. And by rule, if he goes out of bounds on his own, he's no longer an eligible receiver, and there can be no foul for defensive pass interference if we don't have an eligible receiver. So we need to get a hat down on these plays, help one another, and when we discuss it, and we've got to know when the receiver goes out of bounds. Play 3, we see the quarterback. He takes the snap. The defense puts immediate pressure on him while he's in the tackle box, and then he's going to get the ball off, throw it deep, and the ball lands almost midway through the end zone. Now, as we go back and take a look at the play from the high 50, we see that the receiver is breaking off the route just inside the 20 as the quarterback is releasing the ball. Now, the quarterback is under heavy duress, and he just throws the ball away deep. and we get a marker down from our referee for intentional grounding after good feedback from our deep officials. Now, the coach is making the case that the receiver broke the route off, but the rule requires that an eligible receiver be in the area. So let's use good judgment on direction and vicinity and if the receiver's running to the spot of the pass. But here, regardless of any miscommunication on the offensive part, there's no receiver within 25 yards of this pass, and this is a correct call for intentional grounding. Good crew work. Play 4, the offense punts, and the receivers let the ball go over their head. The back judge is in good position, maybe get to the goal line a little quicker when you know the ball's going there, but really in perfect position to rule on this punt. The ball never breaks the plane of the goal line, and the kicking team player reaches down, downs the ball, and then hands it to the back judge. Now, that's about as close as you can get to the goal line. So it's really good work here, and we see that the ball is spotted at the 1-yard line for the next play. Now, it's a small thing, but it's important, and it's in our officiating standards under ball spotting. The ball should be placed on a yard line to begin the next series after a change of possession, with 2 exceptions. One, if the offense goes for it on 4th down, the ball be left at the dead ball spot. But if a punt is down on the ground inside the 5-yard line, then the ball should be left and not moved to the next yard line. Play 5, we're going to look at a potential illegal forward pass. Now, we see that the quarterback scrambles right up to the line, slightly retreats, and then throws a pass downfield, which is completed for a 1st down. Now, we all know that the rule states that it's an illegal forward pass if it's thrown from in or behind the neutral zone after a ball carrier's entire body and the ball has been beyond the neutral zone. So the passer appears to get right to the line, maybe a little over, then comes back across the neutral zone and throws the pass. But as we look at the replay, and it's very tight, there's no question the feet go beyond the neutral zone. The ball is across the neutral zone, but it appears the right arm, right shoulder never get beyond the neutral zone. So this pass is legal because the entire body has not been beyond the neutral zone. And replay can confirm this without stopping the game. But it's a good reminder to us all that if a player goes over and back, across the neutral zone completely, and then back and throws a pass, then it would be an illegal forward pass. Play 6, the quarterback is back in shotgun formation, takes the snap, he fakes forward, and the right knee is dangerously close to the ground. Then he steps back, and he's going to throw a pass downfield, which is caught for an apparent touchdown. Now, there are many ways, as we know, that a live ball can be declared dead. But by rule, when a ball carrier simulates placing their knee on the ground, the ball becomes dead. Now, we all know that this was put in place to keep the quarterback from faking a knee down, usually from under center, and then throwing a pass downfield. But it can be from any formation, any position. If the ball carrier simulates a knee down, which is what we have here, then we should kill the play and declare the ball dead at that point. So let's not let this catch us unaware. Play 7, the offense lines up for a long field goal with 46 seconds left in the game. And the defensive coach calls a timeout to ice the kicker. Now, with our new rule, we know even though the defense has another timeout remaining, it's not available here in this dead ball period. So the offense is going to line up, and we see they're going to snap from the 37-yard line, and the kicker sets up to try a 55-yard field goal. Now, the kick is partially blocked right at the line. The ball continues downfield. We know that the blocking of a scrimmage kick not more than 3 yards beyond the neutral zone, that touching is considered behind the neutral zone. So we can ignore that as the ball continues to travel downfield. Now, we don't have a perfect shot of it, but the kicking team touches the ball, an illegal touching violation, and then the receiving team is going to recover the loose ball. Now, we know that a missed field goal from outside the 20 is returned to the previous spot and belongs to Team B there, unless Team B touches the ball after it crosses the neutral zone. Then all rules pertaining to scrimmage kicks apply. So the receiving team can put the ball in play where they recovered the ball here or at the illegal touching spot, but they cannot go back to the previous spot because they've touched the ball beyond the neutral zone. So this could be very critical in late game situations. So let's be alert to the rule here. Our final play this week, we see the quarterback. He drops back. He's going to scramble out of the pocket, and then he gets taken down hard by number 52 of the defense just past the line of scrimmage. Now, we see 52. He struggles a little bit like he's shaken up. But as we go back and take a look at the hit, our first replay, it's hard to see the specific contact, but we know that even though this is the quarterback, he's a ball carrier, so he's not defenseless. And if he's not defenseless, then we know the only type targeting that we can possibly have is targeting with the crown of the helmet. Now, replay is going to stop the game for further review. And as we look at the low end zone replay, we see number 52, he's going to lower his head and attack, and he attacks the runner with the crown of his helmet. And when we slow it down even further, we see that we can confirm the crown of the helmet hit and also the neck compression of the defender. So replay's got everything they need, the indicator and the forcible contact with the crown to an opponent. So they're going to apply targeting from the booth, and we disqualify number 52. Now, this is the type play where we need the defender to keep their head up, keep their eyes up, see what they hit. Because we see number 52, he's injured. He's actually down on the field now. The attendants come to him, and ultimately he was okay and back on the sideline. But this is the type hit we want to get out of the game. Let's stay alert to this, and let's do our job as we did here. Well, that's it for our plays this week. A lot of good learning plays. Let's use them as a crew as we prepare. And let's work our focus and concentration in games so we can avoid any misapplication of the rules. Now, as we prepare for this week, we want quality fouls, make it be there, be great dead ball officials. Let's have good ball movement, crisp ball movement, no committee meetings, no walking on the field. Concentration, we got to give everything on every play for 60 minutes. And let's display our integrity, courage, and poise. That is so critical. And above all else, keep hustling.